You can hear me.
All right, how about this? Okay. We'll have to just put it right next to my mouth, and I'll try not to do it. I can always crank it up a little bit, and I'm getting feedback. I hear yours and mine. I hear mine and yours. Well, we both will. I think we both will. Because then we're getting a lot of background noise here too, and normally it should be quiet out. But they're also kind of loud because they're talking, getting ready now. But all right, we'll just have to make do. This is gonna be. Don't have a webcam. Yeah, I didn't set one up. Maybe we should. So that'll be it for now. Let me make sure. Yeah, my headphones. Okay, I got loudness there. I'm just checking to make sure my mic is getting into the green. See, you're picking up so much of it. Yeah. But it's just so weird that you're picking up so much of mine. Yeah, we definitely got to do some better, like, real tuning with this stuff. Like, yeah, yep. All right. I just hate that you get me. I can hear myself in your headphones, from your headphones. It's so weird. A little bit, I think. Yeah, that does. No, because as soon as I start to talk normally, it's coming through. So this is stupid. Wait, do I have NVIDIA broadcast on here? No, wrong one.
Why does it always put me in frickin' French? So maybe I can install this, and it does a really good job of filtering out background noise. Yeah, Bram was saying it's super fast. The ice. Oh wait, why am I going to B? Why are you going to B1 and I should be B2? That's the other thing. That was going to the wrong. So maybe that has something to do with it? Nope, I still hear myself. Okay, nope. We're going to put it on. Yeah. That might do a little bit better. So put the noise removal on your mic, and I'm still getting my voice. This is so dumb. Microphone settings must be changed. What must be changed? Fine. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll have to just accept how it is so far.
Alright. So you'll be controlling this?
Yep.
Alright. And I will be... I mean, we're only going to have the one camera, but I'll do like primary commentary as much as we can. Okay, welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the delay, been having a little bit of technical difficulties with our far camera and our microphones. So, yeah, I think you can hear me twice. So there's a little bit of an echo. Yeah, we're trying to sort this out. Something's changed. Windows update, you know how it is. So, doing the LSD for Steengoed right now. First stone just dropped into the house. Team Verreycken has already warmed up and is ready to go. I did not see what the LSD was, but we'll see. So a little bit of background: Team Verreycken was our first half champion this season. They won the fall grouping of matches, and then Steengoed was our second half winner. So for our league championship, we are pitting the first half versus the second half winner, and it's a winner-take-all situation. We're playing 8 ends, and on this lovely rainy, warm day here in Zemst, Belgium. Looks like a little bit misjudged on the ice there, a little bit short. So we'll find out who has the hammer. This is our last official day of a curling season here in Belgium. After this match, we're having a little end of season barbecue. Everybody here is in curling for 9, 10 months, ready for 8 to 9 months, ready for a little bit of a break, get into the summer, the warm weather. This match should be exciting. Two really good teams. Team Verreycken is our represents Belgium at the European Championships later this year. Steengoed gave them quite a fight in the league and took the second half from them. So looking forward to some very good curling here. Last couple of slide outs before we begin the action.
Yeah, so John, how would you kind of put your money on this game? What's the kind of team that you think is going to come up on top after this eight-ender? I think Team Verreycken should be the all-time favorites, but we've seen some surprises in previous tournaments, like the Beker. Steengoed also performing pretty well.
Yeah, in a one-off match, it's really hard to say. Like on paper, you would look at Team Verreycken is the European champion or the European representative. They've won the league before. They won the Baker from Belgium last week, the Belgian Cup. So you've got to look at they're very strong, but they didn't sweep the event. They have dropped matches. They did lose a match to Verreycken or Steengoed early in the season. Um, so anything can happen. I'm generally going to be pretty neutral on this, um, but I think this is going to be just a good match. I think we're going to see some good curling here. All right, Steengoed opening with the offset center guard, more like a high-ish corner.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we don't have our far camera working, but that's something we'll definitely solve for next season when new cameras will be installed.
Yeah, it was working and we set up, and then 5 minutes before going live, it decided it didn't want to stay connected to the network anymore. But we're having network issues and Wi-Fi issues within the curling hall, so everything is going on. All right, a little bit short on that corner guard, but still in a good spot. I was talking to a couple of guys during the warm-ups, and they were saying that the ice is very fast, so it seems like they're trying to just get a feel for how much or how little they need to do. All right, looks like he curls.
Nice. Great opening for Steengoed. This is.
Yeah, great opening right in there, right behind the guard. Sneaks it in there into the house, sitting high, well covered. Verreycken, Timo Verreycken, the skip, looking for Don Icecout to draw it in behind, settle in behind those two stones in the house. They're still a little bit in front of the tee line, so he thinks he can get in there behind it. Get something double covered. Start putting the pressure on early. And I think that's something you're going to see with these two teams. They're going to play very aggressive, really try to put pressure on the other team, try to get them to make mistakes. A little bit wide on the draw.
So Steengoed is going to take it out.
Yep.
Maybe roll to the side.
Nils looking for looked like a hack weight takeout maybe. Really just want to get this red one out of the way, hopefully fall underneath theirs, but maybe it looks like they're going to roll back to the outside. Ooh, did not get enough on the side there. So either didn't fall enough or fell more than they wanted, but leaves it open. I think yep, Verreycken is just going to come through and take this one out. Probably try to fall underneath those yellows, get some protection there. Looking to clean it. Is it gonna fall enough?
Yeah, it falls enough.
Fell enough onto it, but just got on the nose, so not gonna roll away. But I think it has fallen enough that they're not going to be able to use it to hit and roll underneath their own stones here. So Steengoed's just going to try to play this one out. And honestly, they're getting to the point where the more they hit it on the nose, it's just going to keep building it up, pushing that stone further to the top of the house and kind of leaving a guard on the over the button. Now, which team is going to be able to like draw behind it?
Well, in this situation, I guess Steengoed is still building the pressure.
Timo looks like thinks there's a double there, so he's going to have Brom come in, play it hard off the inside of the right stone and move it off to the take out the left. Definitely going in hard, but is it going to fall enough?
Very
Just
nice.
enough. Very nice.
Yeah.
Taps it out of the way.
Don't think it's shot though, but they're still in a good position.
Yeah, hard to say from this angle, but it's still also open. That is still available. They could still get to that one. Half open. Probably looks like, yeah, with the ice he's given it hack weight.
So I noticed we have a couple of viewers in chat, so we're also always monitoring chats, seeing what people have to say about this game. I wonder if there would be people following the Belgian curling from abroad, if we have some international viewers.
Would always be nice. Just get anybody in here watching curling. We want to bring the sport to everybody. All right, that one did not fall enough, unfortunately, and just ticked the red over. So now it's its shot and is well protected. So it looks like Timo is going to try to draw one in behind it, use it as guard, use it as some protection, put something out there on the tee line. Oh, maybe not. Maybe try to draw it the opposite way, freeze it on top of that yellow one.
Could be an interesting stunt,
Yeah,
that one.
looking at where Jeroen is setting up the broom and where he's sliding it to. Yeah, I
Yep.
think that is the play.
Yeah, this is drawaway, definitely.
Yeah, definitely is going to use that yellow for backing, freeze it up against there, so Steengoed can't get it away. House is split.
Taps it a little bit.
Undercurled a little bit, also a little bit heavy. Taps it away, so it's sitting open, but I think that, yeah, Chris is looking for a draw into the house on top of, underneath the guards over there. Ooh, it's fallen a lot. That suddenly took a big, big turn. They gonna sweep that around?
Oh,
Oh,
it
that's
goes around.
getting around.
Taps the red one, I guess. Slight tap.
Oh, just a bit heavy. It's gonna slide into the back of the house. Unfortunate. Curl looked good. just a bit heavy. And imagine once it's getting into the house, it just keeps carrying. You haven't had any traffic on these on this pebble yet, and so anything carrying even a little bit of weight getting into the house is just gonna keep going. Sweepers are talking. Oop, Brum gets on it early.
Looks like it might overcurl a bit.
Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, looks. I think they're gonna try to get it onto that yellow. I think they're gonna try to freeze it there. Give it some backing. Didn't quite get there.
No. So now Steengoed is going to try the hit and roll on the back red one and try to creep behind the redstone. That was their first plan, but Niels is offering a second opinion.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for the hit and roll from that top red. Try to get it over underneath the yellow red combo there on the left side.
Cool Kid Gamer 2.0 says, success guys. Still a bit in the dark which team he's rooting for. Maybe he's just rooting for curling in general.
Could be, could be. Fans are starting to roll into the clubhouse here. I think we have kids from the Steengoed cap, Skip, Nils in here looking to root on their dad. So they're going to need some pace on this one to hold it steady and hopefully get enough of a roll over to the side to stay underneath all the guards there. All right, sweepers are on it. Make sure it holds. Now they're letting go to try to make sure that it hits the side and gets that rollover. Oh, beautiful shot.
Very nice.
Beautiful shot right there underneath, exactly where I wanted it.
Yeah. If this is going to be the skill level for this championships game, then we're set off for a pretty nice series of events.
Absolutely, absolutely. Looking forward to it. So, Timo looking for a, what do we have? A run back, run back, run back. So, possibly, yep, looking for some pace on this. Potentially wanting to get the that yellow one out of the way. So the fourth here for Team Verreycken is our club champion here at Curling Club Zems for 2022. Easily one of the best players in Belgium.
Yeah, was almost uncontested.
Very good player, plays doubles as well, mixed doubles. Just a little bit outside on that one. But it does open it up. It does force Steengoed to do something with it potentially.
Yeah, at least they make Steengoed think. That's always a good sign if you put the opposite position and they're thinking. Still discussing on what stone to call for. Need some hard sweeping right off the start to avoid over curling. Needs to hit a red one. This one misses, unfortunately. And clear disappointment on Dirk's face. And this is giving Team Verreycken some options to score point in this first set. They really needed the hit and roll.
Yeah, that was definitely the worst case scenario for Steengoed. Not only taking out not only missing the takeout, but also taking their own stone out. They still lie one in the house, but it is tough to see from this angle um, if they're actually shot. But it is open over here for Team Verreycken to just kind of tap, tap, tap. It should run between the three.
Hear some music down the venue here.
It needs to fall. It needs to fall. Is it going to get that tap?
It has a
Oh.
tap, but
Is it going to stay?
is this what they wanted?
No. Well, I think so. I think they might have been trying to tap that one forward, or that's hard to say. Honestly, it looks like maybe it didn't fall enough. So quite strange. I think they were trying to get more of a nose hit on that, or at least closer to the nose, to kind of tap it and get that yellow one behind it out of the way. Very difficult shot in any way you look at it, but solidly 1 point for Steengoed.
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought there were 2 points for Steengoed. Right, center guard.
Classic textbook opening. Throw one out in the middle there, see what happens. Verreycken just coming straight into the house. Not even going to waste any time. Either that or it's a little bit deep, so now they're trying to sweep it to the back, just so
Yeah, I
it's
think so.
not something you use.
Yeah. I think they want to neutralize a shot that was too deep anyway. Try to sweep as far as they could.
Sweepers are on it early, looking to hold it steady. Maybe trying to tap this one Nose hit on theirs. Try to tap it into the house just a little bit. Give him something to guard on.
Promotes it, but it's not really a guard, so
No.
it's still open.
Yeah,
That leaves the option for Team Verreycken to hit and roll and guard their stone that's sitting in the back of the house.
Swoopers on it hard. Timo's yelling at him. Want to hold this one straight. Try to make sure it gets past that front guard. A little bit too much on the nose, so just kind of sits there in the top of the house. I think Nils is just going to call for another tap through with a little bit more pace on this one. They don't have to get it too deep into the house. Really, just anything full white will get inside of their red stone at the back of the house. Ooh, just going to over curl a bit. And the touch, too much pace with all that with all that extra pebble, or the fresh pebble in the house, it's just going to go right through.
Tries to draw it in, tap it just behind the guard, and think that's still a pretty good opening. They don't have hammer, so they are kind of walking in the front of the house, having one stone that's even protected behind the yellow stone.
Yeah, it's giving them options. They can, yeah, with the one sitting behind the yellow, it's not going to be easy to get out of there. So, yeah, I think they're going to force Steengoed to move some things. Nils holding off the sweepers. Think it's got a good line. A little bit on the outside, but is it hard enough to get through? Yeah, that's going to get right through. Shooter slides just to the outside of the house, sitting on the corner there. Very wide cornerstone. Could be useful for trying to get back in around these anything that's built up in the middle. Yeah, I'm just going to set up another stone. Opposite side of the house. Keep it split. Maybe a little bit deeper than they would have liked, but this is going to go right through the house. It's so funny when the ice is this fast. It's like you think, oh, it's going to stop. Oh, that's going to be right before the tee line. And nope, it just keeps on going right out of play. Both teams taking a little bit to get adjusted to the speed.
Asking for a draw in the front of the house, if I read this right.
Yeah, that's got a bit of weight on it, so it could be a promotion. Try to get rid of that red one there, so then they could possibly use it. But it looks like it's falling. It's going to curl over, so that's just going to go right on through. Yeah, without touching anything in the front of the house, with all that sweeping, is never going to stop. Just a bit of a
Clear disappointment on our faces with this stone.
Weiskip's sitting his broom basically center of the house, so it could be like, yep, another draw out over to that side, trying to keep the house split. Just getting into the house, and look at that, it just keeps creeping and creeping. It's not going to get out, but I think they really wanted that one a little bit higher up. All right, Steengoed's going to come back, try this promotion takeout again. Sweepers are staying off it. Now they're getting on it. Is that going to have enough to get that red through the house? Yes. All right, gives yellow a double guard right there in the center. But I think Verreycken is going to look at this and possibly come back underneath it. Try to get underneath it. If they're a little bit wide, protects the button. Looking at options to potentially take out those two guards, but looks like where Ewan's putting the broom, they're going to just try to get on right behind it. Now, the thing is with those yellow guards, they are pretty close together and lined up fairly straight. It's not going to be impossible to do a double run back like that. I hope they're staying off it. Seem to like the line. All right, now they're going to do it. Just try to make sure it stays around that guard. Try to get it in there. Really want that to curl. Oh.
It's a bit open. I liked the weight. I think they wanted to curl a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing they're going to be disappointed with is just that it didn't curl. Didn't curl as much as they wanted. They had a couple of stones where, yeah, as soon as you go a little bit slower, it jumps a lot. So I think that's what they were worried about. Could be with the slight, yeah, slight right side of the nose. Not much. They could tuck that in behind those two guards and be sitting in a really tough spot for Team Verreycken to get to. Verreycken still does have the hammer, so they would still be able to potentially draw for the button, but I don't know. We'll see what Nils does here.
Ooh, that's another fortune stone for Steengoed. Missing the hidden roll there.
Yeah, that's big. So now that now Verreycken can start to protect it, they can put something up there, get things in the way, start making it difficult for Steengoed to get back at it. The weight looks a bit heavy. I think it's going to go a little bit deeper than they'd like.
If it's in the front of the house, it's still nice, right?
Yeah, but once it touches the house, it's just carrying deep. So
Yeah,
now, right now, what they've got is they've just set up a double for Steengoed.
important one for Steengoed. It's their last stone.
Yeah,
They're virtually losing this hand with 4 points, so this last stone is extremely important.
yep. Yeah, if they can get rid of these two and hold the shooter, you're looking at they'd be able to at least be shot stone if they can hold it touching anything in the white. But they also need to protect it too. They can't just have it nose hit, get those two stones out of the way, and sit there, because then that's just an easy takeout for 3 points. So definitely going to be doing some.
Yeah, their shooter at best rolls behind one of the guards to at least be protected in some way.
That's the ideal situation. The worst, the worst would be a missed, another missed shot. But
Yeah,
if
of course.
they're not hitting nose hit or right of nose, left of nose, that top red will just jam and will stay, and then it would leave the yellow shooter sitting out in the open and potentially easy takeout for 3, or possibly even 4 if they can get the shooter to stay too. So really important stone here.
Could this be a stone that already determines what direction we're going with this game? Or could they throw a pretty good stone, stay competitive?
Well, a 4 end wouldn't necessarily be. Actually, if they miss, it could potentially be a 5 end. Now, that 5 end would be tough. It's still early in the match, but that is a big hole to dig yourself out of, especially at this level of competition. So, crucial stone here. They need to get something out of the house. It does not look like it's falling. Nils is not happy with it. Is that going to fall enough? We cannot tell. The crowd is in the way. No,
No.
not even enough weight on it to move.
I think it's still thirds. So it might
My,
take out the 2 black redstones in the back of the house, but still.
yeah, it definitely takes one of them away. It's really hard to see that back right one if it's closer or not. Very likely the yellow one is third shot.
Verreycken has to now slightly tap the yellow one back and score 5 points.
Yep. Yep.
Doesn't have to be a hard takeout.
No, it looks like
Move
the
it 10 centimeters could just be enough.
Yeah, it looks like they're just
That's
doing
what
draw.
Jeroen is also saying. Just kind of a small distance. He's referring to the distance of the stones, of course, not to assume strange things. Right, here it comes.
Just need this one to fall just a little bit. Oh,
Doesn't look that heavy though.
no, it looks like that might be a little bit too light. It's going to over curl. But
Yeah,
that's
I think they accomplished their mission, at least
it's at
to bring
least
in
4.
at least 4. Yeah. Getting congrats from Steengoed for that stone, and that then basically.
All right, we're going to put 4 on the scoreboard. We'll see what they put just to confirm if that 5th one was in or not. Fortunately, Timo is in the way, and it's not sure why he moved it back.
5. It's 5 points.
5 for yellow. Or sorry, for Verreycken red. Huge end there. Lots of curling left, but that's going
Oh
to
no,
be a
3. Did they just mess around with with Verreycken? Because
okay.
I saw Niels put up 5 and then change it again. Oh well.
Okay, so
I think for the game it's better to have a 3-ender.
this 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
It komt. Fans in the clubhouse making sure I'm getting the right score up on the scoreboard.
The right score is
Oh.
important. All right. Now they can take these aggressive openings.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what they wanted. I don't think with this 2-stone lead this early that they want to be that aggressive.
Well, but they swept it in with 3 sweepers, so they definitely want it as far as possible.
All right. Easy takeout.
Right. So this is going to be one of those takeout ends so far.
I'm going to take a quick pause to go see if I can fix that camera on the other side so we get some actual proper sound in the venue. Just leave you with Pim for a few minutes.
No. The responsibility. Right. Yeah, because of some bad wear and some Wi-Fi issues at the venue, we couldn't use the far camera so far. We only have one fancy camera. That's this one. It's able to pan, tilt, and zoom, but the camera on the other side is just a regular cell phone, which is good enough to have a static view on the ice in the house. But we couldn't make it work, or some technical issues. But maybe we can restart it and have a better view on the opposite side of the sheet. That's also one of the reasons why there's a ladder in the back corner. All right, might go a little bit deep this one. Niels trying to sweep it out, or at least sweep it as far as possible. Still doubting where to put the stone, but I think they want to draw it behind the red stone over on the left side. Need some sweeping. It's already starting to fall. This could be just passing the guard. Oh, so close. And this is a wonderful stone. Beautiful stone. So now Verreycken is going to start cleaning up the guards. Right. Leaves the shot stone open. And now Steengoed is going to try to put another guard in front of their shot stone over on the left side. Try to protect it. No, there's a different call. A call for a draw behind one of their center guards. This looks a bit too slow. And this was supposed to be a draw, but it falls short and it's barely touching the house. I think Jeroen is looking for a hidden roll there on the shooter, on the shot stone, leaving their shooter behind yellow's guards. if we get this far camera to work, we'll also pick up some of the atmosphere and the sound of the sheet. That should make it a little bit more pleasing to watch. Here's a nice guard stone. Timo looking to take it out and possibly going for a double takeout if they hit it good enough. And if their shooter would stay, that also helps them to have a guard. Steengoed trying to put another guard in front of the yellow one, but it over curls. And I think we have the far camera working again. This one has to curl.
Okay, so now
So did you get it to work again?
we have the other camera working. We have the audio working.
Awesome.
So now it's just not stone quiet. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Here we go.
This one seems slow. I think Chris is going to help sweep. No. Just gonna leave it where it is. Now that's going to be a hack weight takeout for Verreycken, I suppose. Maybe a bit harder.
There we go. We got the far camera working again. Is that going to hold on? There we go. Nice nose hit, sits in the house. I think they wanted a little bit more roll off to the side, but if that goes over there, then that's going to be out of the house. So
We're gonna be famous, John. I think
yeah.
we're going to be all over the internet soon.
Let's hope so.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like
Yeah.
setting the broom, they're going to draw back onto that red. Probably want to freeze against it. Just to leave it in there without force Verreycken to do a little bit something with it, or make it hard for them to do something with it. See, we're just doing a little bit of a clean, trying to get that to fall over. Really want that to fall over. All right, let's see if we can't get this back out there. What I'm afraid of. All right, we're back live.
Right. Yeah, so we were wondering why we were having kind of minor technical issues today. I think we figured it out. I think Chris is doing some type of ritual dancing that's interfering with the atmosphere. Maybe that also explains why we have this heavy rain in Belgium.
Well, we always have heavy rain in Belgium.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't break this. All right.
Well, the good thing is we're back live. It was just a very short intermission. Don't think we really missed that much. Well, we almost missed Chris's dance. That would have been so unfortunate. Back to the game.
It was one for Steengoed. That's what we missed.
Oh, yeah.
Steengoed starting out with the high guard. Too high, I think. Verreycken comes in right back behind, but unfortunately goes just a little bit past the tee line. This one needs to get around the guard.
It'll hit the guards.
Not sure it's going to make it there.
Splitting the guard is also not a bad option. Here it comes. Don't sweep. That was what Dan called.
Really just want to tuck this one up high. High in the house, behind that yellow guard. Looks like it's not a bit, not going to curl it up, but it is going to sit in front of that stone just behind the butt. Could potentially set up a double. I think they're definitely going to just get rid of that top red for sure. Force Verreycken to do something to protect the other. Protect that stone in the house. A bit wide. Gonna get moving over to the right there. No. Misses that top one, but takes out that back stone. Not quite what they wanted, but I think it's still going to help them a bit.
dirt underneath the stones, possibly.
From what I saw, Tebo's setting up for, they want to like tap that red that's already in the house, tap it a bit over to the right, and have their own stone slide over to the left, potentially getting both stones behind some cover. Definitely don't want this one to get very far. Sweepers are jumping on it now. Make sure it gets down there. It looks a little bit on the light side. It's just not falling for him. The weight turned out to be about what they wanted. It just did not curl for them.
Yeah, so Neil's looking for the hit and roll now. Crawl behind their guards.
Sweepers are running, but he called him off. This one to fall. It's going to get that top out of the way. Shooter's going to roll out of the house and probably out of play. Yep. Timo just looking to draw it around again behind that yellow guard. Just really make it hard for Steengoed to do anything with it without having to take their own guards away. Light that's got to carry, trying to pull that in with those brooms, but just gets it into the house a little bit open. I don't know if they're going to really mess with that one though.
Well, open. Looks like it's pretty nice behind the guards. Yeah, maybe a little bit open, but
it's about half open where it's sitting in the house. It's not really worth going at, so I think they're just going to try to draw their own behind their high guard, coming in on the left side, or the right side. Coming around the left to put it inside the house. I'll get it right eventually.
We're looking at the different angles. Looks a bit wide. It was supposed to be behind their left guards. Yeah. Now it slides all the way into the back of the house even. I think this was wide and hard. So
just gets in front of that red, so it's got a little bit of a backing, but since it's offset, they could easily get rid of that one.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to play a back line, maybe hack weight. Try to just tap this yellow out of the way. Sweepers are on it. Looks like they're trying to hold it. Unfortunately, I think it's going to stay a little bit to the left side. It's going to jam on that red. Ooh. A little bit of a miscalculation there.
Yeah, don't think this was what they wanted.
No, definitely did not curl the way they do. So now Steengoed is going to do what they can to can to protect it. I like the weight of this one. They want to touch it at all. Might be a little bit higher than they want, but it still does make that takeout difficult. They could potentially run through it, but I think they're going to leave it alone. Yeah, they're probably just going to take this guard out, open up the center. We're staying good to put some more shots on the house.
Definitely got some pace on it. Yep. Easily clears out the guard. I think we're going to see another guard here from Nils. Just really try to protect that one. See if they can't steal this end. But you do have that whole side of the house. The whole right side of the house is wide open, so not going to be easy to steal. Definitely forcing Verreycken to make some decisions. Think about things, what they want to do.
Giving a little shoulder tap to encourage Niels.
Yep, sweepers are on it. Dirk's on it, trying to hold this one straight, get it down there, make sure it gets on the line. That's going to be nicely placed.
Yep, thumbs up. Nice center guard.
All right.
And they can start protecting their point here.
Yep, Timo's just going to do that again. He's going to have Jeroen just take this one out. Get that guard out. Who knows? Maybe if they hit a nose hit and run it back. It's a long run back, though, but the risk is having it nose hit at the back, and then next thing you know, you've just replaced it with your own. It's not the worst, but I think they really just want to get this one away, leave it open, or Steengoed to put another guard up instead of another stone in the house. Yep. Peels it away nicely. Shooter and the guard roll out of play. I think we're going to just see an identical stone here from Nils. Nothing too fancy. Just get in there, something to protect it. Sweepers are on this one early. They didn't like the speed. Just want to make sure it gets down there. That last little curl. Perfectly placed. Exactly where they wanted it.
I thought I wanted it a little bit deeper, kind of biting the white circle to be a little bit better than the red biter.
Yeah, the risk is that if they put it too deep, they could set up a double, and then Verreycken could score 2 on their own. So now it's like they're just forcing Verreycken to 1. at best. So I think no, I think that's what they wanted to do. I think they wanted it there. Yeah, possibly if they got it in the top of the house, but I don't think they wanted to risk that at all. All right. So he was trying to get it around there. Oh, he left it a little short.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Has to go out of play. I think maybe they touched it. No, that was the last one.
no, that was last down. That was just a little bit light. Steal a one for Steengoed. It was down. They already swept it out. Already kicked it out. It was sitting at the back behind the button or behind the red. All right. So after a scary second end for Steengoed, they've taken two back.
Yeah.
Leveled it up halfway through this match. Just what we wanted. And we wanted this as nice, tight curling.
Yeah, we don't want any handshakes around the 5th or 6th end. We want to just have our 8th ender.
Nice 8 ends, maybe possibly an extra end, 9th ends.
Yep.
Or 10 if they want to blanket. You never know. Extra curling is good curling.
Going for a 3.
Yep, just the classic center guard, although the ice is slowing down a little bit. And I think the teams are struggling to adjust to that just ever so slightly. I think we saw that with Jeroen's last stone and last end. That stone there maybe a little bit higher than they want.
Right. Nicely around the guards. It has to fall a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just going to tuck this one. Ooh, right on
This
the
is textbook.
textbook. Just top of the button. Slightly exposed, but man, that's such a small sliver. Looks like that's what they're going for, though. Possibly hack weight? No, that's a draw. That's a draw. They're just going to draw it right behind.
Isn't it a bit hard for a draw, though?
He's calling out 5, so yeah, they think it's going to be a little bit hard. It's going to have to fall then if they're going to want it to touch onto that red. Yeah, that must have been a backline weight. Very well executed. Very well executed. Oh, we make no predictions.
No. So, John-Pim, what's your prediction on the outcome of this game? What will the score be? Well, we've mentioned it. Verreycken is kind of the favorite, current Belgian national team, but Steengoed is able to surprise team. Steengoed also beat Verreycken in the second half of the season, so they really make a chance.
We predicted before the match that we would see some good curling, and so far we have. We've seen a really tight match. Very good, excellent level of play on both sides. Well, they're mistakes, but still very good. Very tight match. Both teams getting adjusted to the ice early on is very fast. Seems like as it's slowing down, they're having to make some more adjustments. Oh, that one looked to be a bit inside. It's going to fall onto the stone at the top, the guard at the top, but not have enough to push it in. So a little bit light and inside on that one.
So they're going to take out the yellow stone. Do they want to roll on the inside or to the outside with this one?
think they're going to want to roll to the inside, but this one looks like it's going to end up on the nose. So maybe the way they were sweeping it, they wanted it to be outside to fall out. Kind of keep the house splits. Take that hit and roll away, but apparently, or not apparently, it did not. So now Steengoed's going to go back with it.
This one needs some sweeping.
Yeah, trying to hold this one straight, make sure it gets the other stone. It's going to get there. They don't want it to fall too much. Oh, that's going to be nice.
Yep. Nicely behind their guards.
Yeah.
Take it out. Take out the guards.
Yep, just want to get rid of that high yellow guard. Open it up, force Steengoed to keep playing guards. Anything's out there. This one looks okay. Just going to peel it off to the left. Hope it does not jam on their back one. Unfortunately, catches the red in the house, knocks it out, but I really don't think Verreycken was going to play that stone. Was going to worry too much about keeping that stone in the house. All right, interesting call here. Nils is going to have Chris just take that red one out of the back.
Had to fall to reach the red one.
Does not want to fall. Oh, there it goes. Definitely looked like that one was going to hang out and just kind of sail out through the middle, but definitely turn once across the hog line. Safely takes the red one out. And shooter stays in the house. Fans in the house are getting rowdy.
Yeah.
We want to see some action. Big stones, lots of kabooms.
Yeah. This one has a clear opinion. That's for sure.
Very
Very distinctive opinion.
Clearly not happy. Sweepers are jumping on it early. Want to make sure this one holds. I don't think that's what they wanted to do. I don't think that one they wanted that one to sit there. I think they wanted it to roll outside or way further across the house.
Give Steengoed a nice opportunity to just hit and roll again. Steengoed stealing a point in the fourth end. It's a bit wide to be a hit and roll, and might take out their yellow one.
Actually, yeah, it looks like it's going to. Yeah, knocks the yellow, but the red one does go away. So at least they avoided that jam on that back back yellow.
You're looking back at the score, see what would be the best option for Verreycken to play right now. Pretty open house.
Yeah, you still have that high guard from Steengoed out there. Could still be brought into play. I think if the way they're setting up could very well be that they're going to try to roll it all the way across the house over there, but you really got to see what kind of pace they're bringing with this. Although with that, where they're putting the broom, it's going to have some pace on it. Well, from my angle, that one looked a little bit outside.
Yeah, Jeroen is also not really calling to sweep. Has to curl.
It's going to get on there, but I think it's going to be a nose hit.
Nose hit, yeah.
That one might have just been a little bit outside of the broom, so it just didn't have a chance to fall enough.
Now it's up to Steengoed to try the exact same shot. Take it out and roll behind their guards. So yeah, predictions so far. I think Steengoed is kind of having the momentum.
Yeah, when you have the two ends in a row. Now, granted, they didn't. They were forced to one in the third, but taking that, stealing that fourth one, it's pivotal. Brings things back to level. Gives a little bit of a positive motivation to them.
This one's look good.
This
Will
looks like it
roll
could
to
be. It's
the
going to
right
hit.
side.
It's going to roll. Is it going to roll enough? They're going to sweep it. Not quite enough, but
It's still a 95% good execution.
yeah, first job was done. Get rid of that red. Curious how they're going to try to do this one. Is it with that where he's setting up the broom on the stone? Looks like he definitely wants some weight behind it. Probably wants to roll it further outside, back out to the right side.
Need sweep in this one.
Sweeping to hold it. Oh,
Yeah,
that might
this
still
can be a nose hit.
Oh no, they're going to get that left side hit.
Yep.
Just not enough.
No, it's still open.
I think that's what they were trying to do is once he saw that it was a little bit wide, they were trying to sweep it to keep it on that left side, try to get a little bit roll out to the out behind that guard. Nose hit's not the end of the world here. I mean, anything to leave. Really, they just need to get this red one out of the house. Force Verreycken to, at best, take one. And if their shooter sticks, then potentially score one, steal one themselves.
All right, needs some sweeping. This one will fall.
It's going to fall. No, that one's okay. It's going to sit maybe a little bit inside. Nope, nose hit. So force Verreycken to make that shot now because now they have to take it out and stay in the house. Now they may opt to go for the blank ends to keep the hammer going into the sixth, which would put them on pace to keep the hammer in the eighth if things hold the way they're supposed to. Nicely done. Solid hit. Hit and stick. Take the one.
One red. I think that's also a good result for Steengoed. Just giving away 1 point, staying in the game.
Yeah, they can't. They just got to play smart here and not try to score a huge amount. Giving up one gives them the hammer. You know, this will be their end to score. Hopefully, they can get a couple here. Really put some pressure on Verreycken in the next end, and it'll give them at this point. You know, Steengoed is looking to have the hammer in the last end. So Brahms sweeping it on the inside to try to hold it straight. I think they just want to get this right in front of the house.
Even little Byre is not that bad. But I think they preferred it to be on in the guard zone.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, Verreycken, I mean, they think they wanted the guard, but it's like, I don't think they're going to be upset if Steengoed starts to try to chase these stones out of the house because it takes scoring opportunities away from Steengoed. So the fewer stones they have to play with, the better Verreycken will feel. Looks like we're just going a little corner guard out here. Sweeper's making sure it gets down there as deep as possible. Ooh.
Bit short. And we really wanted it in the tree zone. Other than that, it's still fine.
Yeah, still usable. Still usable.
Curling Zem says, can you tell our viewers about the next season? There will be maybe extra teams coming in. Also, new entrance members will be joining next year and are really looking forward. And are really looking for extra team members. Hashtag time to join. Yeah.
A little self promo there on our own channel. So yeah, as you guys might know, this is our last match of the season. Having our little closing banquet this afternoon after this match, and then they'll start melting the ice, and it will not be open again until in the
September
fall.
2nd, I guess. September 2nd is the start of at least the new season.
That is correct. Yep. Oh, there we go. See, we're going to have a Bring a Friend event in September, trying to get a whole lot more new members in there, bring more people into the club, trying to play this great sport of curling. It's a lot of fun. It's very easy to get started. Now, getting to the level that these guys have takes certainly quite a lot of patience and practice, but anybody can get out there and slide and throw stones. Just have a good time.
And also, we had some teams that really were competitive. We had teams like Housekeepers. They're a relatively new team. They were able to beat Verreycken in the last Gouden Carolus Cup and also won the Beker. So it's not impossible to be competitive in our A leagues. We've seen it with national teams as well, performing really well in international tournaments.
Misplacement of the broom, but I think they're just trying to draw this behind the red in there at the top of the house. Get something deep in the house with some coverage, close to the tee line. Sweepers are on this one.
Will be hard enough. Don't think so.
Trying to drag it in. It's just going to get around there.
Wow.
Great
So
sweeping
close.
there. Great sweeping there. Really had to keep that one to hold it past the guard. Gets it just in front of the tee line.
Absolutely beautiful.
A little bit open, so Steengoed's going to try to just do a Light little takeout on it. Possibly just a draw to tap it further.
Did you see the shoulder brush from Bram on Jeroen's shoulder? I think Jeroen is really happy about this stone. This one.
Sweepers are on this one. They want to get it around that guard. Really want to get that around the guard. Just sneaks it by. Taps it. And look at that. My house is still so fast. I mean, that stone was not going that fast, and it still taps it through. Very well played. It's out in the open now, so Brahma's just going to come back. They want to play a hit and roll. Run it out underneath the guards on the left side of the house, or left side of the ice. There we go.
Tap, roll behind the red one.
This did not fall enough for them. Another centimeter or two, and that would have been perfect. So unfortunately, it stays out in the open. But it is going to be harder to kind of use it as a hit and roll. You have to get so close to that guard sitting in front of it.
Yeah, what is Niels going to call for this one?
Looks like hack weight. So for those of you unfamiliar, hack weight is basically they want to throw the stone so it gets to the other end where they push off, but not all the way through. So it's not a super hard stone, but it is hard enough that it will be a little bit straighter than a casual draw. They want this to turn, but they don't want it to roll too far once it hits. So they're trying to sweep this, get this around the guard. Just taps the guard.
Man, centimeter work.
So close, so close.
Right, guard it. Lock it in place. How much size do you want to ask for this type of guard?
I think they're giving it quite a bit here because it's going to be a very slow stone. They just want it up somewhere in the middle, left side of that center line. Probably in 2 or 3 positions, so that's kind of take some of that possibility of a double and make it trickier.
Always like the little routine of Timo. Spinning the stone. Setting up in the hack. Watching the broom full focused. I have some dinosaurs here in the venue.
He's calling for the sweepers. He really wants them to get on this. I think he feels it might be a little light.
It's a little bit light, but also the line is important.
Yep. Very good guard. I think that with that high, they might have wanted it touching that center line. They're just a few centimeters over, but I think they can curl around this one. Yeah, I think they'll be able to curl around that guard.
Yeah, that's the plan. I want to freeze up against the red one.
This one I think is going to need to fall. Trying to sweep to get down there. I think it's easily around the guards, but I think they're just trying to get some pace so it actually gets down. But unfortunately, just freezes up against it.
Exactly what I wanted.
Did he call for the freeze?
I think so, yeah.
I thought he was trying to tap it away. Now, with it being like that, they could also send another one down hard enough to hit their yellow, which would just move the red one out of the way and it would sit. But
yep.
And I think that's what Timo is going to try to protect against here. They're just going to throw a guard out there, take away that line, and partially protect the drawing for the button.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I think the trick with this one is they don't want it too deep.
They don't want it to
And they don't want it to
overcurl as
overcurl.
well.
I think that one's
That
not
should be
bad.
fine, yeah.
It's going to take away that tap and get rid of the for them pushing the red onto the yellow onto the red. But I still think they can draw it in there behind it.
Mhm.
Wade Nils is pointing his broom. I think he can get it at least over up next to it.
Yeah. I think Dirk is doubting his call here. More ice. They're going for a draw then.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to guard themselves. I don't know if they really want to give up a single here though. But you can't really go too early to try to score because it leaves it open for the other team to kind of move stuff out of the way. This one looks a bit heavy. That's the risk they don't want. They don't want this going too deep.
Yep, this one went too deep. And now it's backing. Not that useful,
Yeah,
though.
but it's not
Still
really
a
that
bit too
useful
far,
though.
though.
Yeah.
No, they're just going to put another guard there. Because Steengoed is probably going to try the same stone if they have the chance. And then they have to close that gap, close that line. Xavier says, come on, you ruin. So we have some people here that are rooting for Team Verreycken.
Not really touching this one, letting it just, they like the speed on it. You really want this one high up in the house. Nicely done.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Not many options left for Steengoed here. Potentially have this run back. You take one of those reds, the right red guard. They could run that straight back. It would put their yellow onto the red. But it's always a risk using the other team's stones to try to score for yourself. Because it puts them in a better position.
Yeah. Do they have to clear those guards to be able to reach the Yellowstone?
I think so. They definitely need to get the right one out of the way.
If they have an option to reach the Yellowstone and take out Shotstone of Red, then they could score some points here.
That's what they're going to have to do. They're not going to want to go into the seventh end down 2 or more. So I think this might be the end where they've got to try to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, all of their options right now include using the red stones to try to move things out of the way. And so that's going to be... You just don't want to run that risk of pushing it in and giving them a chance to score more.
Yeah. We're going for a second opinion of The most experienced guy on their team, perhaps, Dirk. So Chris really wants to use a redstone.
Yeah, honestly, I think that might be their only option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, that's the stone they're going for. Again, a very important one. These are the kind of situations where if you're the fourth, it puts a lot of pressure and responsibility on your shoulders to make these kind of stones.
Yeah, it definitely feels like if you mess up, you've cost the team something. But it is a team sport. You do have to look at, every team member has to do their job to make sure the stones are in the right place. So if the first three are playing well, then it makes it a whole lot easier for the fourth.
Oh, misses.
Oh, and that unfortunately was their one chance at it.
Yeah. So yeah, is Verreycken going to steal a point in this end? That could be.
The way he's talking, he's looking to put something right on the button.
They just want to put an extra stone on and there, I guess.
But you do run the risk that if it carries a little bit past,
You can you
then
can use it as a hit and roll, and if it falls too short, you can always use it to
to do the
tap
same
through
shot they
again.
just did, yeah. I think they're better off being too deep. If it can't stop right on the button, right on the pin, it needs to be deep because you don't want to give them a chance to draw in onto it. Sweepers are off. They like the line. Don't think it's going to fall, though. It's a little bit deep, too.
Yeah, it might be too deep, this one.
Yep, that's going... It's going to go past. So Steengoed has their opening.
Yeah, they can draw. I think they should go for a draw then, or not sure if they can hit the yellow one with enough weight to tap red out of the way.
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't think so. The risk, what they're looking at is, do they run these red ones back? I don't
Yeah,
think they need to look at that side.
it's their last stone, so maybe they're looking at an option to score 2 or 3 points.
Yeah. I mean, granted, you're having to try to draw onto the button from the other side. I mean, you're looking at such a tiny circle to get to. But this feels like unnecessarily risky.
Yeah. Like, would it be a good situation to draw, take 1 point, go in the 7th end with a 4-4 situation, and possibly take the hammer for the final end? But then, of course, we're assuming you're going to make that draw shot. And it's also not an easy shot. You almost have to put it on the dolly.
Yeah. To be honest, I think their better better chance if they're going to run this back is to play that stone up the right guard in the center. That has the less risk. If they miss, they miss. But it's like if it hits it even just a little bit, the red one's gone. I think this one they're trying to possibly put the red the yellow one in there.
Wow.
Oh,
This
look
is
at that! Did
look
he
at
get
this.
it?
Could be 3 points.
Whoa!
Wow. Could this be the championship stone right here?
That is incredible shot right there. It's they're gonna have to measure that third one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I
I don't
think
think.
they
I think it's 3 points.
took two. No, I think they took two.
2. 2. Yeah.
It was really
Confirmed.
close. That was an incredible shot.
So they take the lead now with only 2 more runs to play.
Yeah, they're putting the pressure on Verreycken now to score. They hold them to 1, and Steengoed has the hammer going into the last. Big stone right there. You can see it on their faces.
Yeah.
Steengoed's faces, big smiles, really happy. Huge shot.
So now they really have the momentum going for them.
But it's not over yet, so they got to make sure that they stay
Not true.
focused. It's you can sometimes you have that big momentum shift and you get a little bit of adrenaline and you get ahead of yourself. So the key on this end is they've got to make sure they stay focused. It's certainly the shot of the match right now.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so Verreycken coming in with the draw. Looks like they're going straight into the house. It's going to be a little bit deeper than they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely wanted that one in front of the, because now that's something that Steengoed could use. I think Steengoed's going to try to just freeze up against it. Force Verreycken to do some work. You know, and that's something you see when you get into these like higher level matches. It's a matter of centimeters. That stone carrying just a few centimeters too far is going to give them a little bit of an opening.
They want to freeze up against it.
A little bit heavy though.
I think they're still pretty happy with this one.
Yeah.
Right behind the guards. Son and Dolly. They don't have the hammer, so if they are able to somehow keep this stone in play, they at least put the pressure on Team Verreycken.
Yeah. I think they're going to try to do just exactly what Steengoed did there. This one's going to have to fall. It looks a bit heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to get there? Is it going to get over?
Might slightly tap it. Even a small tap is not that bad to tap it outside of the.
Yeah, catches it enough, moves it a little
again.
bit. Yeah.
Now you can use it to hit and roll again.
Yeah, they're just going to try to use it as backing there.
Has to curl. Has to curl a lot.
Yeah, that release looked a little bit wide, but it's coming back, so...
Yep. It curls a lot once
might
it crosses the hog line.
Yeah, It looked like that might over curl, but it's going to stay behind the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe peek out just a little bit on the other side, but really not much. So we lost the camera again.
I lost the far camera.
So that also means we lost the on ice sound, unfortunately.
Taking out guard here and possibly going for a double takeout. Nope. Take out one red, and it's an interesting one. This is a pretty nice situation for Steengoed. Suddenly they have 3 stones kind of slightly lined up with center guard of Team Verreycken. So if they could guard on that left side, they could have a pretty good situation to start defending here.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like that's what. Ugh. It looks like that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna throw up another guard here, try to put something up, potentially biting the house, but anything over up in there, they really just want to keep it high, protect their stones down in there near the T line.
So this looks wide again, but we know it will fall once it crosses a hog line, so it should start to fall right now.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit deep, unless they want to really freeze it.
Well,
Well,
that might have been where he wanted it, but I'm
Mhm.
not sure that was the right call. I think that they would want it a little bit higher up,
Yeah.
to be honest. Something maybe edge of the house instead
Yeah.
of
On
edge of the white.
the other hand, it's starting to get real crowded, so it gets harder and harder to clear up the house once too many stones are in there.
Yeah. But I think that yellow is doubleable. I think and you could get to that one in the middle too. So
I think Jeroen saw an option Timo didn't see, or Timo just wants to clear out stuff.
yeah, I think you're looking at might be able to clear both of those top yellows out.
Yeah.
Now the risk there is that the shooter ends up staying.
Yeah, and if the shooter stays, then it's another guard again.
Right.
It's important to take a little bit of time to make a good call here, and also calculate how all of the other stones will move around. Because if you have these cannonballs, a lot of stuff could happen.
Yeah. Yes, we're not playing with a timer. They've got all the time in the world, but sometimes it leads to a bit of decision paralysis. Too many decisions, too many options. They want this one to fall. It's got to fall. They got to get that on the inside, otherwise it's not going to get those yellows away.
I'm not sure this is what I wanted, because you kind of have the very similar situation. You just swap in the yellow stone for the red one.
Yeah. No.
So if Steengoed puts a high guard there, then they really. Oh yeah, what do we want to drink? Because our voices are getting all dried up. I'll also have a mana blusser. We have to make sure we keep hydrated,
Yes.
because this game could become extremely tense. I don't think we'll be seeing any kind of handshakes. We'll definitely go into
No, we're definitely
full
going
8-ender here.
unless something super crazy happens here right now. But right now, that's all they're looking to do is just kind of. Steengoed's all they're trying to do is just jam things up. Really trying to figure out how things are going.
Oh, the mana blister. We don't have any more mana blisters. So what's the next big thing then? Maybe let's surprise me. Go for
Go for something a little bit stronger here to
yeah.
calm our nerves going in the last couple of ends.
I think we're gonna need some strong stuff to relax our nerves. This is a plotting game here.
Yeah, I don't really know what options they have.
They don't have any kind of straightforward option to go for. It's really
Yeah, I think they need to clear some of this stuff up. Really, just
Mhm.
kind of send one down there.
Yeah. The more stuff that's in the house, the more stuff that gets jammed, and the more chance their yellow's shooter stone is getting locked in play. Oh, you could hear a needle drop right now in the canteen of Curling Club Semst.
Yeah, this one is definitely gonna have to have some pace on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna try to send the shooter into the yellow, into the red, into the yellow, into another yellow. I think in the back.
And there it goes. Need some sweeping, so it might be a little bit inside, or is it just to make sure it doesn't over curl?
Oh,
Oh, I think this is absolute kind of worst case situation.
yeah, I did not see that happening. Oh,
Thanks.
thank you. Well, cheers, chat.
Cheers. We're having a cornet beer. Strong, blonde, Belgium.
Yeah, from this angle, it was really hard to see. It looked like that red was going to really move that yellow one out of the way, but just grazed it. So now we're sitting. Steengoed's sitting with 3. 2 for sure. Depends on that red one in the back of the house. But yeah, they're just going to set up another guard. They just want it to fall over a little bit. Kind of just put some more rubble in front of the house. But it's
Yep.
just, that one is just not falling. A little deep and stayed a little
deep.
bit outside.
But they still have those 3 stones in the blue in front of the house. So they really have a small wall that leaves the center of the house closed for Team Verreycken. So the team was making a call, just slam it into the center one and take out those shot stones. Just hard enough to knock as much stones out of play as possible and maybe open up the house and have an opportunity to draw with their last stones.
Yeah. I think it's a little too early to start looking at that corner guard way out there. That's going to be it's a
Don't think
little
it's
bit
deep enough as
low,
well.
so I think it's too deep, honestly. That
Corner guards.
the red corner guard on the side, Jeroen's looking at trying to hit that to go in. It feels like you've got to hit that so thin, or you got to hit it so heavy. So it means it's going to have some pace to get it to actually roll off to the right into the house. So I think yeah, so they're just going to go with this yellow. They're just going to try to get things moving. I think that's really all they can afford to do.
Yeah, just make sure that even if they can't win the ascent, they have to avoid Steengoed scoring a lot of points here, because if Steengoed would score 3 or 4 points, they already have a 1-point advantage. You don't want to go into that last hand with 4 points down, basically.
Yeah, I think if it gets to that, I think we see handshakes.
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
so
I mean,
so unpredictable.
some teams don't like giving up. Some other teams will kind of just say that's going to be too tough. You never know. You never know.
It's definitely hard. That's for sure.
Definitely bringing the heat on this one. Looks like it's a bit outside.
Oh, and then
Oh, that just
it also doesn't stay, and it's so important for these stones to stay.
yeah, just slides through. Unfortunately, just did not fall enough. And Steengoed is just going to put another one out there. They're just going to try to throw a guard up in front of it. And this one they want in front of that yellow. They want this one to stay there because they don't want them to be able to use that.
So I'm wondering, people that are watching the stream, who do you think is going to come up on top and going to win this championship final? Still, I think we've all, at least we, assumed or predicted the Verreycken to be the favorite. Then on the other hand, Steengoed beat them in the second half of the season. So could they repeat that? Could they beat them a second time?
Yeah. I never predicted anything. I said it.
Yeah, yes.
I said they looked it was going to be like the favorites, but this was going to be a tough match. And this is what we've gotten. You know, my prediction came true. Tight match, well played, evenly matched teams. So I'm a genius. Remember that.
All right. You're betting on two horses and calling
Yep.
yourself a genius.
I play both sides. That way, I always come out on top.
You're the politician.
All right, they just want this one to curl there. Oh, that's a great positioning there.
Something's wrong with the sound, I guess. I don't hear anything anymore.
You don't hear anything from me?
Hmm?
You don't hear anything
No?
from me? Oh, I'm more audio issues. You
Do you-
should be
yeah,
hearing
I don't
me.
hear myself anymore. So do you still hear me in your system?
No. Are you muted?
No? Um,
Very strange. Everything
yeah, I
works all season, and then we get to this.
yeah, think I tapped on one of the buttons here. I hear the strange sound, and then I didn't hear anything anymore. So Curling Zems is saying Steengoed stones are staying good. So go Magic Dirk. I don't know if do people at home still hear me, or I am.
Yeah, no,
Am I
they're still hearing us.
okay?
We just don't hear each other.
We don't
So
hear each other anymore. So people at okay, we hear you guys. That's confirmed.
thank you for the confirmation.
All right. I mean that's the important part.
All right.
Thanks for letting us know that we're still hearable.
All right. So, what do they have their option here? Looks like they're going to try to double out two of these yellows. I think we're going for a little damage control. They do have the hammer, so right now they want to clear things out. Ideally, there's a possibility they could get to a triple, but it's going to be a tough one. Okay, things are a little bit different now.
There we go.
Sweepers are on this one. They really want to get around the guard,
No,
but
it will
no.
hit the guards.
It's just
Clear the
gonna
guards.
fall. Well, that makes I think an easy decision for Steengoed. They're gonna throw up another
Yep.
Another guard there. And it's really hard to tell if they're sitting 2 or 3. You've got the red at the back of the house, and then there's yellow up in the blue. This distance, it's really hard to see.
Yeah, Steengoed is in a pretty comfortable situation right now.
Yeah, they just need to defend that in the house. So any kind of guard up there, anything right on that center line, right side of the center line, is going to be ideal for them. Don't need it too deep.
They're sweeping pretty hard, so it might be either too soft or
Yeah,
a
they
little bit
feel like
inside.
it's
I
a,
think too soft because
they,
Chris is also coming over to help. Really, really needs to cross that hog line.
it's across the hog, but is it going to curl over enough?
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Good sweeping.
Yeah, it takes out that it takes out the run back. They needed to be on the right side of that stone, so that's perfect.
The sweep hard did their job. So yeah, that leaves what option for
Just
Team
to
Verreycken
draw.
now? Just to do some damage control?
They could still get onto the button. They could still potentially do it. I think there's enough space there that they could get to it, but this is going to be so exact. But the best, I mean, yeah, damage control is also a possibility. Got to make sure it gets around that top guard. And then they just got to
It's
let it
around the
fall.
guards, so now it's
Maybe a little
just
too
about the weight.
wide.
Could be too hard. Think it might fly through.
It's too
So
hard. It's gone.
I'm counting 3 stones for yellow. I
Yeah,
think the back red is still better than the front yellow one, so I'm
they're
guessing
gonna
3.
they're looking at it.
So this one's out.
So it's for shoe two yellow. Now is it 3?
I guess 3, but are they going to have to measure? Do we have a
Yep.
measure? Yeah,
Yep.
they're going to measure it.
Calling for the measure. We have the fancy machine. We should use the fancy machine.
Yeah, indeed. I think we have all the check boxes checked. We have the full bingo. Great shots, measuring,
Yep.
tying,
Steals,
steals. Yeah, we have teams coming.
big takeouts. Oh, it's can't ask for much more in this.
No, no.
So we can
Now Team Verreycken is also kind of using this little opportunity to debrief.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Don't miss the
Oh,
actual measuring.
yeah.
Gotta scoop out the pin there. We can certainly put 2 yellow on the board. So now it's a matter: do we put a 3rd? And yes, this is where the other camera being in play would be a little bit nicer.
Yeah. Imagine if we had
Or overhead cams.
our overhead cams that we can really zoom in. Maybe we would know up front.
Right, here we go. Fancy
Here it
measuring
comes.
machine comes out.
So hard to tell from here how much the black pin
You
wobbles.
can't see it at all. Honestly, that's just so. And it doesn't need to move much for that needle to just start spinning.
I think it's red.
Yeah, red looks like it's moving quite a lot.
I'm guessing red. So that would leave them with 3 points.
If it's red, they scored 2. Give them a 3-point advantage going into the last end. And I think if it was 4, I think Verreycken would have given a handshake.
Mm-hmm.
I think going down to the last end by 4, I don't know if they would have given up. Not necessarily, but
Imagine if we had mics on the skip right now. Just hear what Team Verreycken had to say, or how they evaluate their performance so far, especially the last couple of events. So now we get some confirmation. Cruz will put us out of our misery. It's a 2-pointer.
2-pointer.
Yeah,
So another big end, another big steal
another
for
big steal.
Steengoed there. That's huge.
So that's 7-4. It's not impossible, but it will really, really put some pressure on Team Verreycken. They have the hammer, but I think they have to.
Yeah, I think that huge takeout
Mm-hmm.
for 2 from Nils in the 6th end just really gave them the momentum.
Yeah.
Really lifted their spirits, and you're definitely seeing a lot more. But Verreycken has already scored 3 in this end or in this match in one end, so they're not out of it. I wouldn't count them out yet.
So Chris calling a force, so that should be just inside the house. That could be a good. They have to put stones in the house now, just to force some takeouts.
Yeah, they're gonna try to force them to play it away. Hopefully, Bray can get some to stick. They're gonna have to hope for some mistakes. They're gonna have to try to put some pressure on it, and all Steengoed wants to do is just make sure that Verreycken can't build anything up, can't score anything. You're gonna give him 2. Timo coming out early. This one looks very light. They're just trying to sweep this one over the hog line now.
Just over the hog line, but
Just bringing it play, but it's not,
not
a
deep
very.
enough to be
It's not a useful stone for
no,
them,
no.
no. A little bit heavy here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, and from what they were looking at, their weight hand signals, we were seeing a little bit outside.
Definitely
Look at that!
backside of the house,
Look at
and maybe it will go through.
no, that's gonna stop. That'll stop just backside of the house.
Yep.
That broke a lot as soon as
broke
it
a
got
lot.
to the house, though. Like that suddenly curled a lot more because I thought that was going to be sitting open to the left side of the center line, but it definitely moved quite a lot. Now it's covered.
So this one has to be in the house, about on a T line, just behind their red guard.
Yeah, this one's just going to sneak right the guard. Plenty of space. Now I just need to make sure it curls and gets steep enough. There we go.
Yep.
On the T line. Looks like that's inside of. That one looks to be shot pretty close. Steengoed just going to try to put one up against it. Oops. Sweeping it, try to get upon the guard.
Nicely around the guards.
Sneaks it past the guard.
And
Is it going to get up
they're
on
aiming
there
for
and
a freeze. That's kind of the chef's specialty of Steengoed, kind of doing these freezes, doing these draws.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Pretty good with that. That tap leaves it open, but honestly, where that yellow sits, it's not really in the way. There's not a whole lot they're going to do with it. Maybe play it off of it, but they can't get. It's not going to be easy to get rid of, unless they come from the other side. But then it puts it on their red and takes that one out. So, all right. So, Timo opting for a draw in behind the yellow. They've got the backing behind it, so it can be a little bit deep. Ideally, they'd like this one tucked in just behind that yellow on the tee line. Well, they're not sweeping it, so they like the line. Maybe they're worried a little bit about the distance, hoping it falls. I think it's going to come and bring it back on that stone at the back of the house. Ooh. Sometimes the skips get in the way. We can't tell. The way some of these stones have been going, I thought that was going to go all the way through to the back, but
Yeah.
all right, just didn't quite fall enough for them. But it is behind the tee line, so I think Steengoed's probably going to try to just put something up against it. This one needs to fall. Is it going to turn enough? Just stays a little bit on the outside.
Yeah, it's a bit on the outside. They wanted to nose hit the red one and
I mean,
use red as a backing stone.
yeah, weight was pretty good. Touch heavy, but yeah, just didn't curl the way they needed it to.
Yeah. So now Team Verreycken has to make the exact same shot, try to put it on the dolly and use those two stones.
All right, so we got Bram coming down. Sweepers are on it. I think they want to make sure this one gets down there because they know it falls hard once it gets to the house. Is that going to fall enough, though? It just seems like it's sticking out there.
Don't think it falls enough.
But
Well, it's fine. It's fine. They have the yellow stone.
perfectly frozen against the yellow, and
Yeah.
obviously that probably gives it a little bit better because then if it's up against the red and it's slightly off, then they get the potential for a double out of there. So with that yellow being where it is, I think they're going to like that one a lot. Chris is going to try doing the same shot,
Yep.
just coming in. It just feels like they're giving him a little bit too much ice. It's just not falling enough early.
Yeah,
So
they're not sweeping, so
that late curl just isn't moving it enough. Now, see, that just seems like it's going to be outside. A little bit
it's
heavy,
outside.
a little bit outside.
And even that little tap on the yellow one is unfortunate because now they don't have a shot stone anymore, not a second shot stone anymore.
Yep.
So Team Verreycken, they might smell an opportunity.
Yeah, they're just going to build. It looks like they're going to put one right in there, try to put it right on the button. They've got plenty of backing, a little bit of cover in the front. It's gonna force Steengoed to do something here.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to, and the thing is, Steengoed doesn't need to score. They just need to make sure that Verreycken doesn't score 3 or more. So at some point, you kind of have to look at it and go, should we just blow it up? Should we just like get rid of everything out of there? Who cares if our stone stays?
Yeah.
Just try to make sure that they can't score.
Yeah, they don't have to win this end. They
Nope.
just have to avoid Verreycken to score a big end here.
Yep. So I mean, this is a good play from Verreycken. They just want to put a big clump of stones right in there because it's going to make it harder to get everything out of the way.
Maybe a little bit too light.
This one looks a little bit inside, but I think if they can hold it past that, is it going to hold past? Is it going to get there deep enough?
This could be beautiful.
Oh, and it's going to stop.
This is
right
perfect.
There.
This is just
Look at
perfect.
that.
Even just in front of the tee line is just perfect.
Front of the tee line, tucked behind that. Yep.
So they have
3
stones and the red circle.
That's
all the pressure's back to Steengoed.
Back on Steengoed, yeah. They can't just sit back and happy feel goods from the
no.
from the big takeout on N6. They gotta play end 8 right now. So yep, looks like that. They're just gonna blow it up. That's what they need to do. They need to make sure they get something out of there.
Not an easy one, this one. This could be such a roller coaster. Just
So
4 stones ago, they were happy. They were kind of smelling victory, and now
smiling, yeah, exactly.
the
It's
tables
just
have turned once more. Is this victory going to slip out of their hands?
it's there's still plenty of stones left. It's like I don't want to start writing anybody off yet, but this is certainly Verreycken has put the pressure on where they needed to. This needs to be a good shot. They need to get something out of the way here. It looks like it's falling a little too much, and it just
It
overcurls it.
opens up the middle, so
They,
it
they,
leaves opportunity to kind of knock things out of place.
there is something there, but honestly, I think with so many stones, I think they needed a little bit more pace on
Yep.
that shooter. That takeout is neat. It just overcurled. And I think we've seen that quite a bit tonight, this afternoon, that there's just not been the pace needed on some of these takeouts where we've had quite a few where they've fallen too much from both teams. And I think you see it there. They're just afraid of overthrowing it. And so you underthrow it and it curls too much. It did get the shooter out of or the guard out of the way, or that it does open it up a little bit. It does force Verreycken to bring something there, but Verreyck is pretty happy with their positioning. I think they'll gladly take three to send it into an extra end.
Yep. They
And
want to put it in the front of the reds, I guess. Trying
they're trying to discuss the
to
final
figure out.
positioning. Looks like they're tapping. Timo's tapping in the white, which would be good. Honestly, I don't know that white or blue. I don't think it's going to change that much. Heck, honestly, even just out in front of the house isn't going to hurt them that much because Steengoed's going to need takeouts. They can't just do a draw. They can't do a hack weight. They need a proper weight to get things moving. So if it's a little high, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world.
They just want it in front of the reds.
Yeah, looks like they're going to get the stone they want.
This is what they called for, though.
That's what they're called for.
Yep.
A little bit deeper than
Yeah,
they
I
made,
think
but
they wanted to avoid Steengoed slamming with a nose hit on the front red one and then
yeah,
splitting the two back red ones open.
I think right now a nose hit would take those top two reds out, and that's enough. I think if you run that top red one back straight back, the second red kicks off to the left. That one kicks off to the right.
Yep.
It opens things up.
Maybe that's just what you have to do. Just shoot in a hard cannonball and then clear stones out of the way. I mean, you have yeah, you have 3 stones. You just have to avoid Team Verreycken to score 3 points basically.
There. I forgot I had the whiteboard situation going on here.
The
So,
whiteboard situation.
oops.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Just messed up with let me go back to what you're trying to say.
So, yeah, if they can just come in with this right here, get this red. Now everything's changed. All right, we'll try to clear it off. Sorry about that.
I wasn't prepared for your whiteboard.
I forgot I forgot I installed it. I wanted to test it out today. So it's got some pace.
It clears a lot of stones for sure, but not the right ones.
But not the right ones. Now they're sitting 5.
So they're sitting 5 right now.
That was oof. Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, yeah. Man. We have Tom van Waterschoort, former player of Team Verreycken.
Well, current
He,
alternate.
current
After
alternate, yeah.
he is not a former player until
No, true.
after today.
But
But there was an audible gasp in the curling hall here. They were, oh no, there was
Yuri
definitely.
Bossier says, "Go Steengoed, go Niels." I think it's his brother, right? I assume so. So we have at least
He's
for
related.
sure family and friends watching. I think
Yes,
also members of our club watching this game. But
that was that was just an unfortunate mistake right there. That was
good to know we have Steengoed fans on the stream as well. Niels throwing some
excellent
classic.
stones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the stone of this game so far was Niels' stone.
Nils'
The one that,
six end takeout
yeah,
to get two. That was fantastic, and almost got three out of it. But yeah, that one I think that they miscalculated. I think they were aiming for a to hit it on the right side and not a nose hit, and unfortunately that just kind of forced things to jam. Verreycken is just going to throw another one in there. Looks a little heavy though. A little bit hard.
no, they have a lot of stones in play, but on the downside, a lot of their stones are behind the T line.
Yeah, that was
And if Steenhoed is able to just put something on the dolly, they have so much backing. It's hard to take out Yellowstone on the dolly right now.
yeah.
So
So they 100%
I think that's what
have to.
Dirk is also
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Just put something right there on the little white circle, and then have
yeah,
have Verreycken take that one out of play.
yeah.
I mean, it looks bad. We count 6 stones for reds. It looks like it's an all red situation, but it could be a completely different situation than just a stone.
It looks like they're gonna try a takeout
A takeout.
from the where he's putting the broom. Now, ideally, a nose hit takeout would be perfect because then it'll hit and stay. But I think they're just trying to get something out of there. But that may be a bigger risk than
Yeah, Dirk just says draw it. You don't have to take risky shots.
yeah.
Put
And
something right in the middle.
yeah, they're talking about putting something between the two reds,
Yeah,
but you really just want to be right in front of that nose. You want to be right on the nose of that center one. Put it on the button.
yeah. It's their last stone. They
No,
have
they
to
have
make
one more.
sure.
Is it their last one?
I think it's their last stone. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
So this stone has to stay in play. If it's too hard and somehow this looks outside.
They just got to. Crowd's looking at this one,
This is so tense.
following
I think
close.
it looks wide, but
Oh, is it going to curl too much and go
no,
between?
no,
No
no
way!
way! Oh my
Oh,
God!
it
Oh,
went deep, but it's open.
it's open, yeah. So Verreycken, this is they already have 3 points and they have an open takeout to score 4 points and win this game right now.
That could be.
This
That
this
could be.
oh my, this
Little
hurt
deep.
so much. So this was pretty painful to watch.
Oh
Oh
no.
my,
Yeah,
can you believe it?
they're just gonna take this one out.
I I cannot believe this game. Absolutely cannot believe what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, I think the way that Dirk was looking and talking, there was a bit of a miscommunication on
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
expected,
That
and
was. Do we let it curl or are we going to sweep and let it hit and roll? And maybe they were doubting.
they should have swept that one with the way. As soon as they saw it was outside, that one should have been swept.
I think they know they messed up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What a game this. I mean, this truly is a finals game,
Wow.
and you don't want to lose it if you're 7-4 up.
Uh,
But
I'm
the last stone of the game.
If the
it's
yellow
also an
goes,
important takeout. If it's outside and they knock their stones out of the way, and the yellow one stays in play and becomes second shot or third shot, they can also
yeah,
mess it
yeah,
up.
yeah. So yellow has to go, and that's it. And it looks like that's going to be just a nice clean pick.
Nice keep Black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What a game! What a
Wow.
game!
Incredible match. 7 red.
Never expected to see this today.
Oh wow! What a finish! What a finish! What a I can't say anything about that end. I mean 7,
I can't believe
and that
we've
was
watched
just down
this.
to centimeters being just slightly off. I mean that was it. That Nils' last stone. If they sweep it, it stays a centimeter wider. It probably hits enough
Yeah,
to stay in, but it's
and
open, and so they really needed to try to draw that in. That
yeah,
was just kind of a
and I
wow.
know this sucks right now for Steengoed, but they played such a good game today. They were
Yeah,
so good.
that is such
I
a
mean,
heartbreaking way to lose.
this is why the scoreboard. You can't just watch a scoreboard and then assume something about a game. If you just see updates about a scoreboard, well, you don't know what's happening. You really need video content and you really need to watch the
Yeah,
game.
this it doesn't tell the story. I mean
No,
that
no,
end was so much closer than that score, but it was, yeah, just so many little things, little miss here, a little miss there. That was wow, what a finish! What a finish to the 2022 season.
no. Yeah.
Just oh
Yeah.
man, that's just both teams played such a fantastic match. Really, really, really good finish from Verreycken to really stay in there, put that pressure on, and you're just talking about centimeters here, centimeters there, and I mean, we thought maybe they'll score 3 and we'll send it to an extra end, but never thought this was going to be a. I mean, this 7 was the extra. The 4 was obviously in play the whole time. That little mistake on the yellow takeout. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow. You know what bothers me? That nobody actually updates the physical scoreboard. If you score a seven-ender, isn't that something you want to do? Just put out the 7. Do you actually have 7s back there? I mean, there should be
We
pretty
do, we
dusty.
do, yeah, yeah. They're not used a lot, but we do have the 7s in the box
I
out
mean,
there. But yeah, who wants to go all the way out to the other end? Everybody
no,
wants to
you don't want to
come,
do
and
that for a 1 or 2, but at 7. I mean, how
yeah,
how often do you see people putting up 7s on our scoreboards?
not often, not often, not at least not in the total score. Well, congratulations to Team Verreycken, the 2022 Belgian Curling League champions. Another trophy in their case.
Yeah,
Very well deserved.
they really had to. It wasn't kind of a free ride for them.
No,
They had to.
this was not a victory lap. This was not just a walk through the park and we're going to win this anyway.
Absolutely
So,
not.
and hats off to Steengoed. They played a fantastic match. Hey, they've got nothing to hang their heads about. You know, they second half champions. They forced the belt. They forced the playoff game. They absolutely deserve to be there, and they showed they're going to be a strong team to play against.
Also, we see Wim Nieleman here. It's the coach of Team Verreken.
Yep.
He was sitting in the canteen watching the game. I'm pretty curious what his analysis will be after seeing this game. This is something you wouldn't expect on big tournaments, I guess.
No, no. I think this is you don't expect to see a lot of 7-enders in
No,
big
no,
matches like
definitely not.
this, and but I don't think that I don't think Verreycken took this as like it was going to be an easy win either. I
No, no,
think
no,
they
no.
certainly got the competition they expected.
Yeah, they had some difficult games over the past couple of months.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
they? I remember them losing against the housekeepers in the Gouden Carolus Cup. They were beaten by Steengoed in the Belgian Curling League.
yeah,
So, I mean, they were team unbeatable, but in the second half of the season, suddenly we would have teams actually beat Team Verreken.
yeah, yeah.
So,
The level in the Belgian league has gotten up. You're seeing it from the B league to the A league. All the teams are getting better. Um, just the standard is just going up and up and up. It's just fantastic to see,
I
and
think,
it's
yeah, people who weren't on the stream today, they really missed out on something.
Yeah.
I think if you were on the stream, you've probably saw an amazing game. Unfortunately,
We
people
can't
stand
see
to
them.
we
They're all.
can't see them there in our. I'm trying to look for at least some people to watch. It's impossible. But what I do see is a bottle of sparkling water.
I'm not so sure that's sparkling
I
water.
don't think it's spark.
But everybody,
Oh, yeah, just John just knocked out his microphone. He was
all
going
right.
to announce.
I was going to say, well, that is the wrap on the curling season for the year. Thank you, everybody who's watched us across all the different channels. I've been on Twitch, we've been on YouTube. Um, hopefully, next year we will have a lot more and our cameras won't go out. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
first time that's happened this
Maybe,
season.
yeah, this is something I think we can do a teaser announcement on our ambition, our plans for next season.
Yeah, yeah. So next season we plan on trying to broadcast even more of the Belgian Curling League. We want to get some more regularly scheduled matches. We have a doubles league we'd love to cover, all of the tournaments. We want to get more teams involved, more teams out there. We'd love to build up a fan base. So we will be working on that more throughout the summer, trying to schedule things, plan things, and I think next year we're going to have something big for you guys. So keep an eye out for it. We'll be definitely posting it across all of our
Yeah.
social
Over the
media
course of the
platforms.
summer, we'll give some teaser announcements. Big things are going to happen next season, and you won't be seeing any of the cell phone cameras anymore. We'll have decent equipment and a decent broadcast sheet here at Curling Club Zemst. Then hopefully we could schedule and broadcast some nice league games, but also big tournaments, WTC tournaments, Houten Carolus Cup, those kind of things.
Exactly, exactly. All right, so for all of us here at Curling Club Zemst, thank you for watching. Appreciate you all. Until next season,
Till next season, yeah.
goodbye.